Okay, today we're going to do an inspection for a single-family home that we're going to convert into two one-bedroom units. So it's a little bit different than what we've done in the past, where you've got an investment property that's already got units that are turnkey, ready to go. In this particular case, we're actually going to be making two units out of this. So some of the things we're looking for are the basement, the plumbing, the electrical, as usual, but how do they now fit into a situation where it was a one-family house and now we're going to be changing it to two. So it's a little bit more challenging from that perspective. Can the electrical be divided? Do we have enough electrical? Do we have to add more? How are we going to do the plumbing, etc.? So, and it's particularly that this is an older home, we're going to be looking at the basement and the foundation. So that's some of the key issues that Sean will be taking you through, and I hope you learn a lot today.
So what are we getting a photo of there?
Just checking out the roof. Safer than climbing up these high-pitched high roofs. We're just checking the condition of the roof, making sure the shingles are all right, checking to make sure there's adequate ventilation, having a look at that masonry chimney that's up there.
Okay, so we're on the main floor of this investment property. It's going to be a one-bedroom unit on the main level, another one-bedroom unit on the second level. So what we're going to do here is look at where we're going to change the layout. So first of all, our doorway coming into the unit is probably going to be here. This will be the bedroom. This will be the living area. And then we're going to have a nice kitchen. And there's a bathroom back behind here. And it's a great walk through to a patio here. So it's really got a nice flow to it. It's going to be a really nice big one bedroom. Now the things that we're looking for here is maybe where are we going to put our washer dryer? They've already got a washer right here. So we know we've got some water that's available. We may convert potentially the stove if we want to gas, because that's more popular today, but it also gives us more electricity in order to use in some of the other places. So one little trick we have, if we need to have, for example, we're going to put in some air conditioning, well, we may need more power. How do we get more power? Well, we take out this stove, we convert it to gas, and now we've got that electrical that was going to go to that stove, and now we can put it towards AC.
Fuses are an overcurrent protection device, but they can be connected to any kind of wire, so they're sort of mutually exclusive.
Also, I appreciate this.
Yeah, that's a bit different, isn't it?
Put that one on there. Put that one in the.
In the report, what does it say?
It says
On, off.
Okay, so now we're on the second floor, and I'm going to start at the back, but probably the most important thing is we're looking at converting a kitchen. Fortunately, in this particular unit, we already have a small kitchen layout. Somebody had already used it, which is quite popular in this neighborhood. There are often two kitchens in the houses, so it actually makes our conversion quite a bit easier. Right, you can see somebody else already had a fridge here, and we'll be putting a stove in here. Again, we may go to gas to get extra hydro so that we can add an air conditioning unit on this second level. All right, so now we're in the hallway of the upper unit, and remember I talked about adding air conditioning. So in order to do that with this unit, we're going to need the extra hydro ability, so hence I said we're going to probably go to gas with the stoves, and we probably go with one of those European or air conditioning units you see down south all the time. One main one that just goes in the wall there that would cool the entire second floor.
Oh, a few issues in there for sure. No ventilation fan, shower controls are loose, shower surround is getting water damaged. Just an old bathroom for sure.
How hard is it to run a gas line up from somewhere?
It's all about logistics, right? Like how do we get it up through the building? You know, running the gas line is pretty standard, but it's just a matter of how you have to cut up the building and where the lines need to go.
Okay.
And
Is there a gas, like, obviously there's gas to feed the furnace, right?
There is gas here, yeah, because you have a gas boiler and a gas water heater.
So it's a question of how we're gonna run it up through the house.
Up through the house to get it up into this
you
area.
think that would be easier than electrical?
Wire might be easier to run. Yeah.
Yeah, but also then it takes, the other thing we're concerned about is how much electricity the house is pulling.
Mm.
So because if we want to put the ductless AC units in,
Right.
They pull a lot of
it might pull too much energy, and so there were like a
We'll have to look at the overall
records.
service, yeah. So a second gas range would be less load, obviously. The light fixture is ungrounded. It's telling me there's probably an ungrounded wiring system in the house. This one's not grounded, so you got one new one.
How they ground what?
They probably ran new wire,
Just to one outlet?
just to one outlet, yeah.
So it's like something maybe that outlet died, they ran a new wire to one.
Possibly, I'll have a look when I get downstairs.
Okay.
Now we're down in the basement. In this particular property, this is the challenging part. We haven't had any pre-existing waterproofing on the outside of the walls or on the inside of the walls. Hence, we do have some dampness down here. We've had some rain recently. And it's good to have rain while we're doing an inspection because any problems will show up. And sure enough, we do have a little bit of dampness on the floor, which is to be expected. We've got a jury-rigged old sump pump down here. The nice thing about this, because it hasn't been finished, we can look at all the electrical, we can look at the plumbing, and that's actually an advantage. We know what's behind the walls, so to speak, and it's much more helpful to be able to do that than to guess what's behind drywall. So we're going to have the inspector through. He's hopefully going to find maybe some of the reasons that we're having the water here. It could be just a downspout outside. It could be something else. So hopefully Sean's going to help us figure out where this water is coming in and how we can look at some of these foundation issues.
What do you think the chances are there's buried treasure down here?
Pretty poor install.
Went in like butter, eh?
You see how soft and punky this is? This looks pretty wet here today. I mean, if I put a moisture meter on that, I think I would find it's pretty saturated.
Yeah.
That's rotting right
Wow.
out. This was a window well that I saw outside, but this is basically open to the outside of the house.
And they haven't like done anything to close off the moisture coming in.
No, like this is the sill plate. So this is the main structural element that the house is sitting on, but it's saturated and dry rotting. So at the very least, you gotta figure out how is all this moisture getting in, because we're up above grade here. So a lot of moisture. Some of this might just be the amount of water in the ground here. The stones are all falling away. I see the same over on the left.
There's a bunch of wood piling there.
Yeah, exactly. Proper footing will need to go in here, and that post will have to be redone to project this up.
Right.
You may need to put something in to pick up some of this load. When you start digging in this floor to pour footings, you're going to be pumping out water. You know, you're going to have to upsize your footing because of the amount of moisture in the ground. Because wet footings reduce the bearing soil capacity and they will sink.
Okay, we've completed our inspection now, and one of the things you find in real estate investing, it's not just the homes that you buy, but it's also the homes that you don't buy that are important to take into consideration. And today we ran into some bumps, some inspection things that were brought out by Sean foundationally, and my client Alex has decided, and I also agree, that we're probably going to pass on this particular opportunity. We're too many foundational issues, and but there's many more opportunities along the way. So I'm glad we went through the process. We learned some things, right?
Yeah, huge learnings for me. I think it's great to walk through with Sean and have him explain everything
Yeah.
he's seeing and try and get that context. And then I think it's good for me to acknowledge where I am as a real estate investor. Like, we're interested in something that's a small investment over and above what we're seeing. I'm not prepared to get into a foundational issue, water in the basement. Like, those are going to be things that could really run away with the property on us. So I think it's really good that we built that condition in and we can walk away right now without any kind of danger or any ramifications.
Exactly. As investment property, we always want to quantify risk. And if we can't quantify that risk, if this is a $2,000 issue or a $5,000 issue. Right now we've got a big X and maybe a Y and a Z right downstairs, right? So we don't know what the X is. We're not sure about the Y, and we're scared of there being a Z. So this could be a $50,000 issue, or it could be a $350,000 issue, and hence we're going to walk away from this opportunity.
Yep. But we learned, and we'll keep looking for the next one.
Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video hugely helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment box below, and we'll get back to you. If you'd like to create the lifestyle that you want, please subscribe to our channel below as well. Until we talk to you again, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Okay, there was lots to break. Okay, we're here with our client Alex, and as well, if you'd like to learn more about our services, thank you very much for watching.